Independent Americans podcast, co-founder of American Veterans for Ukraine. On that issue, we were talking to the ambassador about the land, right? Like when former President Biden was interviewed, he said that it was, you take parts of the land that aren't yours, like Putin's trying to do, it's modern day appeasement. What's that line, the way the ambassador as a diplomat is explaining it? Hey, we get it, they're on our land, versus what you're talking about in an agreement for a ceasefire.
I think the bottom line is the Ukrainians don't want to give up a part of their country. And I keep using this as an example. We wouldn't want to give up Alaska to Russia or anyone else. So the idea that we can not only convince the politicians, but the Ukrainian people to give up 18% of their land, I think is very disconnected from the reality on the ground, very disconnected from even what Zelensky is able to push his people to accept, because they've got to ultimately accept this. You know, their elected leaders have to accept it. And it doesn't look like there's any popular support in Ukraine for giving up 18% of land. I do think significantly, J.D. Vance's tone has changed.
Yeah.
I think that's very important. You're seeing a change in tone from the administration on the backs of the mineral deal last week, which was a change in tone from Trump. Now you're seeing Vance start to shift. They're putting more pressure on Russia. They seem to be siding more strongly with Ukraine. I don't know if they've seen the light, but it's long overdue. And I think it's a very significant political development here at home and how the Trump administration approaches Ukraine and Russia.
Yeah, no, I think that's probably right. What I think is interesting is I hear all the time from people like Ambassador Taylor, you know, former ambassadors and the like who deal in this, in diplomatic speak and are used to cutting deals like this. And I wonder if someone like you saying the same thing in a different way, or you disagree with what they're saying, because they're basically saying that, hey, we're going to have a ceasefire deal. Russia's going to be still running this land that they're running for all intents and purposes. They're going to be controlling it, right?
Right.
But we're not going to redraw the map to say this is Russia.
Yeah, but what does that look like? I think your question is right.
Yeah,
I think your question is, it an occupied territory? Are there UN peacekeepers there?
Right.
How do you stop the Ukrainians that live there from fighting back? Well, right? They may not want to be occupied. So this is another one of those things that sounds good on TV or sounds good around a table, but there are actual human beings who live in those places and are very loyal to them. So if you said, okay, we're going to give Alaska to the Russians, what do the people who live in Alaska do? They have to decide if they're just going to accept that occupation, or they're going to fight back, or they're going to leave. And that's where it gets much more complicated.
But if it's the only way to get peace in the meantime, does it make sense?
They may not be willing to accept it. I mean, that's the reality here is I don't think the Ukrainians will accept giving it. They've said that clearly. They're not going to accept it. And I think they're right that opening that box to saying to Putin, okay, we're going to reward you for your aggression. It would be like rewarding Saddam Hussein for invading Kuwait, right? You can't reward the bad guy for doing a bad thing. And I think that's very important here for the world community.
Yeah, I think you're right about the administration, too, that it's a little different. So maybe that helps. All right, with the breaking news, we'll wrap there today. We'll see you next week, Paul, as always. Paul Rykov. All right, looks like it might take till Friday at this rate.